Hey YouTube, it's Emory, and the lighting in this video is not guaranteed. This week on My First Year on T, we're talking about LGBTQI LMNOP communities where we live. So I live in Virginia, which overall isn't the most accepting state. The further south you go, it tends to be more religious and less educated about LGBT issues, so it kind of varies where you are in Virginia, but I happen to live in Richmond, which is the capital. Richmond happens to be a pretty accepting area. It kind of depends on where you go, even in the city or around the city, but there are tons of LGBTQ involvement opportunities and different communities and places you can go and people you can meet. So I'm going to talk about some of those. Richmond has a pretty good nightlife as far as LGBT communities are. I'm not going to name names of places that you can go. There we go with the lighting. There are lesbian and gay specific bars. There are... Why would I even try shooting at this time of day? I'm blind right now. There are lesbian and gay specific bars. There are drag shows. There's just all kinds of places. And the non-specific queer places are also accepting of gay people 90% of the time, or trans or whatever in the community. So that's really cool. There are also places that you can go for LGBT education, which is awesome. I work with a center for queer youth called Side by Side. Side by Side's a really awesome group where they have tons and tons of resources for queer youth. I've spoken before about the closet, where anybody can come and donate clothes that they don't need. And then kids can come in who maybe don't have clothes to match their gender, that they can't afford, and they can come in and get those. Or if they just don't have clothes in general and they're an LGBTQ youth, they can come and get clothes for free. So that's a really amazing program. They also have youth groups, I think almost every single night of the week. I currently do the general LGBT youth group, and then I'll also soon be in the trans-specific youth group. So those are available. I've changed locations because the light was just ever-changing and terrible. Anyways, so they have other resources. If you're a youth who applies, you can come in and see a licensed psychologist who can provide gender therapy or any kind of therapy that you might need. I believe you can come in once a week or something like that, but that's for free as well. So it's really catered to kids who might not have support from their parents or guardians, and they don't have money to go and do things like that themselves. They can get it from this center, which is really cool. There's also a place called Diversity Richmond. They have a thrift shop, the Diversity Thrift, and there you can pick up used items that are way cheaper than you would initially purchase them for, so that's really cool. All the proceeds go to LGBT community in Richmond, and they also give money to other LGBT organizations that might need it. There's also a Richmond Pride. I would say parade, but it's not a parade. It's like a Richmond Pride Festival, and they have it on Browns Island, which Richmond is on a big giant river, and Browns Island is along the river, so you would go down there, cross the bridge, and then there's a big giant island that you can go, and tons and tons of people go, and they usually host several music artists as well as drag queens. And I think one year that I went, the mayor was there, so they have all kinds of cool stuff at Richmond Pride. All in all, I think Richmond is a pretty good place to live as far as LGBT resources and representation and festivals and all of that kind of stuff goes. It feels like a welcoming place, and there are tons of businesses that have specifically it'll say like the bathrooms are gender neutral. There is a bakery and cafe that I go to a lot, and both of their bathrooms say gender neutral, and there's like signs in them that are basically like, as long as you flush, it doesn't matter. So it's just nice to see representation of the LGBT community in just general places that you would even just go to eat. Other than that, an update on me is tomorrow I'm going to do my pre-op physical and blood work, just a basic checkup, and my first testosterone checkup. So they're gonna check my T levels and see where I'm at as far as that goes. So there we will know if we need to adjust my T levels at all. I think my dosage should be fine, but we're just gonna check on all that and make sure that my red blood cell count isn't too high and stuff like that. And they're gonna do a bunch of panels to make sure that they know all of my levels, so that when I go under anesthesia for top surgery that I'll be healthy, and they'll know all the levels of medication that I'll need on that day. So I'm really excited because my dog, Theo, I'm really excited because it basically is setting up my surgeon's plan. Dr. Beverly Fisher in Maryland, by the way, is my surgeon. It's gonna set up my surgeon's plan for what we're gonna do in my surgery, which is really exciting. I believe I'm 32 days or 31 days until top surgery now. It'll be April 10th, 2018, so that's really cool. And then also, another update is that I will be 3 months on T on the 12th, March 12th. So that's coming up too. So I've got a lot going on. I'm really busy, but I have good updates pretty much only. And then as far as my workout update that I said I would kind of put up some photos and stuff like that. I don't think my body has changed very much yet because I got super sick and I couldn't really do anything for probably 2 weeks. I was sick for straight 10 days, I think, and now today was the first day I was able to go back. So I did work out a couple days after my last video where I talked about working out on this channel, and now I'm back to it. And so I have my last 30-ish days as crunch time to really get ready for top surgery, so that's exciting. I've got a little bit of muscle. This lighting is terrible. Let's see. You can see it kind of. But anyway, yeah. So that's where I'm going with that. It's going really well. I'm really enjoying it, so I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. But yep, that's it for this week. If you liked this video, maybe me talking about Richmond and what we have to offer here as far as the LGBT community goes, like the video. If you have any questions or video suggestions, put those in the comment box down below, and subscribe so that you can see my videos every Friday and all the guys' videos every other day of the week. And I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.